Welcome back. You can sue the builders, but you can't stay on. That's what the Supreme Court had to say to 140 families living in a posh housing society in Mumbai that violates construction rules. They've been given 4 weeks to vacate.
Completely drained, completely traumatic.
Nothing except confusion and frustration towards our system of living in India.
Anger and frustration at Campacola compound. Residents say the extra month granted by the Apex Court to vacate 140 flats simply prolongs the inevitable. Instead of this week, Mumbai civic body will bring down 35 illegal floors next month. Residents of these don't have the necessary occupation certificates. Their attempts at regularizing their flats have failed.
We were all hoping something would come through. Doesn't look like it, but I guess now we know that it's curtains for us.
Fearing the BMC's hammer, many residents whose flats were to be demolished have already left. Those who remain frantically packing up. Among them, the Mehtas, who've called this 10th floor flat home for 23 years.
Like my sister has been here for 20 years. It's tough. We will fight, and I'm hoping that they see the human aspect.
Backing those at Campacola, Mumbai MP Milind Deora and MLA Sachin Ahir.
अब और एक महीने की मुद्दत मिलने के बाद लॉ एंड जुडिशरी के पास से प्रस्ताव आने के बाद इसके बारे में सोचा जाएगा कि क्या मार निकले ताकि उन लोगों को भी कुछ रिलीफ मिले.
Even though many residents say that it's curtains for them here at the Campacola compound, they still harbor a small glimmer of hope that after reading through the judgment, there will be something that will still allow them to stay in their homes. In Mumbai, with Saurabh Gupta, Miloni Bhatt for NDTV.
Well, there are 30 lakh homeless people. There are 30 lakh homeless people across the country. And the focus this evening by groups from all across India to try and get sense of what it is like to be homeless, to spend a night under the stars. Good evening. We're part of this initiative here at NDTV and are coming to you from New Delhi. In fact, we are here at Hanuman Mandir, where every evening dozens and dozens of people without a home spend the night out, irrespective of what nature has in store. And of course, for women, it is a double whammy. Safety concerns, we've been told all evening while we've been here, and what a big worry safety is, how mothers with young daughters barely get any shut-eye all night, worried about what the night has in store for them. Well, joining me now, Indra Prakash Singh, someone who's been closely involved with this initiative, not just in Delhi, but of course all across India, that we're seeing in 30 cities. You know, what for me has been standing out really is that these numbers have been nameless, faceless, largely invisible. But perhaps here, right here, you're enrolling them, helping them sign up for a voter's ID, which could change the way this population is treated.
In fact, it's actually a very good initiative, and we thank the Election Commission for coming out in a big way to issue voters card for the homeless people, because in 2000 we hardly had anybody with a voters card, and this surely is going to change the scene for the country. Why
has it taken so long would be what many would want to know.
I think, since they were not voters, nobody spoke about them. They were not a political constituency, no political parties were bothered about it, no MPs, no MLAs. I think now they are better going to, bother, because they are going to be the voters.
Right. In just a couple of seconds, I'm going to be going across to all my colleagues across India covering such events that have been organized. What is the one thing that you hope to achieve at the end of the day?
At the end of the day is primarily that people get to know about homelessness. People who have not even seen a glimpse of it actually come and share the spaces with the homeless, and they make cities a better place for the homeless and for themselves.
Right. Well, make the city a better place for the homeless and for yourself. Indu, thanks very much for taking out the time to speak to us. Well, let's now go straight across to Maya Sharma joining us from Bangalore. Maya, something perhaps similar on this issue, at least between Delhi and Bangalore, is going to be the dark underbelly, the harsh underbelly of these glitzy glass facade buildings that both the cities have to offer, the state of their homeless.
That's absolutely right. And in fact, this event in Bangalore is being held in the middle of those glitzy, glassy buildings you were talking about, in the middle of IT firms here, in the tech park area of Bangalore. And what we have here also are several people from this industry turning out. We see young girls there dancing, doing the Dolu Kunita, the traditional dance of Karnataka, usually done by men, but being done here by women on this night. And I must say that these girls themselves are in need of help. They are part of the beneficiaries of this event actually here today. These girls, who are they? Where are they from?
They're all my daughters from Balemane.
From Balemane. And what are their origins? Are they under?
Well, they're all underprivileged. Some don't have parents. Some have been rescued from child labor or domestic violence. And we provide shelter for them, education, health.
Shelter and health. Absolutely. Shelter for these young girls. They're actually dancing then. But we have some of the privileged IT workers from these great big buildings around here. Now, you guys are all from the software industry, the IT industry.
We are from Sapien.
Okay. Why are you all out here? You guys are running well. You have a good home. You have a good house. Why is it important to be here today?
We want to raise the awareness as well as the funds for the underprivileged children.
Okay.
Yes,
Right.
we are here to experience one night what they experience every day and every night.
All right.
As a firm, we strongly believe in doing any cause for the underprivileged children, and this is this enthusiastic bunch. We wanted to spend one night and see how it does under this.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're doing this by choice. People don't have a choice, but do you feel this will kind of get people to understand more what most or thousands go through? Millions.
Basically, a lot of street children, they stay under the stars, right? They don't have a house to live in, so we are here to feel the same.
To understand
exactly
what's going on.
Exactly.
All right, and you're also going to be here the whole night?
Whole night we'll be here and we'll feel what the pain and what all things they go about.
Right. Absolutely. And all of you guys, you're earning well, you're comfortable. Do you feel you'll be able to feel a greater sense of empathy after this?
Yes, definitely. We feel so, and it's simple and short. Like we want to experience the pain and share the joy. That's all.
Experience the pain and share the joy. Well-to-do software engineers from this part of Bangalore, this is what Bangalore is known for, these IT firms, but they're out here, they're raising money, they're creating awareness and trying to develop some empathy for those who don't have a choice about spending their night under the stars.
Right, the enthusiasm quite commendable, Maya. Thanks very much for bringing those voices to us. And talking about enthusiasm, there are some who would say that Delhi, being Delhi, perhaps not surprising, not that many crowds out here. But what about Hyderabad, Uma? Hyderabad, of course, one city where the mobilization was tremendous, a city that had pledged its support to come out this evening on the eve of Gandhi Jayanti and feel, like we heard Bangalore there say, firsthand on what it is like to be without a home.
Yes, Natasha, under the stars, certainly a very romantic proposition, but Hyderabad did play along. We do have not big numbers, I would say, but significant numbers. These children are all having a day of music and dance. In fact, I have a lot of youngsters who are joining in this particular campaign. Why was it important for you to be part of this, and what are you carrying with you?
No, it was for the first time Hyderabad is experiencing such kind of event. It has been a very new thing for all the youngsters of Hyderabad. We have been publicizing this event on Facebook and we got a good response today. We have, a huge number of volunteers turning up for the whole event. We have got food packets from them. From here we'll be going to 10 different shelter homes. From there we'll be assembling at Hyderabad railway station, wherein from night 1 o'clock to morning 6 o'clock, we are having several events for them, and morning 6 o'clock with the song Raghupati Raghav Rajaram will be celebrating the Gandhi Jayanti as well.
What a beautiful way to usher in Gandhi Jayanti. All of them, in fact, I can tell you, are carrying these packets. Each of them has been asked to bring in food, in fact, food that may be sufficient for about 5 people. And they are going to go around talking to people who are already living on the streets, sharing the food perhaps. In fact, many of these youngsters who are participating here, of course, civil society is here. Also these youngsters who got a little help and life really transformed. The man who has been who is really the brain behind all this, Harshmander, sir, how important is this campaign and what is this idea? We keep criticizing the government for not having enough shelters, but civil society, has it been able to come forward and play its role?
See, I feel that, we got Supreme Court orders. There's a lot that the government hasn't done. But in the end, how caring are our cities? And the cities, we can make our government care when we begin to care. I think middle class India has become so uncaring about suffering around us. So this is a very small step actually for building empathy and some degree of solidarity with young people like this. That, you've not come here to do charity, they've come here to understand. And I hope that this becomes the beginning where you fight for the rights of the homeless.
So certainly a very beautiful way to bring in Gandhi Jayanti. Night is still very young, Natasha. All of them, in fact, are going to split into groups and visit not just the different roads where the shelterless and the homeless spend the nights. They are also going to go to those homes and share their dinner there with them. Some food cooked in the shelter home itself and some food being carried by these volunteers and by these people who want to spend this night under the stars. Natasha?
Right, not just charity, as Harsh pointed out there, Uma, but an effort to build some sort of empathy there with all those who are out on the streets night after night. Well, let's go straight across to Patna now, and Alok Pandey joins us. Alok, who's made that quick dash from Ranchi, leaving Lalu and fodder politics behind just to be part of this campaign. Thanks very much for all that effort, Alok. What's happening there in Patna this evening?
Well, Natasha, I just want to start by saying that while Bangalore and Hyderabad might still have some good facilities for those who are homeless, in Patna it's abysmal. I'll ask Manoj, my camera person, to just give you a slight pan shot of this night shelter where we are, Natasha. And you just look at the reality. I don't think I need to say much. I think the visuals speak for themselves. This is the kind of condition in which the homeless are living here. And before I talk to you about what's happening, I want to go to one gentleman here and just speak to him very briefly. भैया बड़ी संक्षिप्त में बोलेगा. आप बोल रहे थे कि रहने का तो आपका खराब हालत है ही, खाने का भी खराब हालत है. क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
हमारा देखिए गांव से भी हम परेशान है, यहाँ से भी परेशान है. गांव में तो सरकार ने हम लोग को 12 कूपन देता है, 11 कूपन हम लोग को मिलता है, 11 कूपन नहीं देता है, 1 कूपन हम लोग को देता है, वो हमें 25 किलो मिलना चाहिए, उसमें भी 20 किलो मिलता है. ये
अनाज एकदम आपको नहीं मिल रहा है.
नहीं मिल रहा. देखिए कूपन दिखा देते हैं.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. So see, that's the problem, Natasha, and that is where people like Surur of Aman Biradri are stepping in. These are the people who are leading the campaign here in Patna today. And I just want to ask her briefly, ma'am, why do you think campaigns like this, where people like you and other people come here to actually experience what these people are going through, why is it so important?
It's important because cities are not inclusive enough. The thing is that just where we are standing 500 meters away, there's a colony, posh colony here, and they use this road to travel by every day, but they don't know who the homeless are and they don't care. So we need to do events like this, endeavors like this, to get people to walk this distance of 500 meters.
So there you have it, Natasha. The fact is that while in Patna we might not be able to last the entire night through this campaign, but I think even the small effort is very, very important to sensitize people. And I do feel for sure that even the small effort of all of these people getting here is important to make people aware, and it will certainly make a difference.
Right. Right, Alok. Hopefully next time that we gather on such a topic to bring reports on this, the story will be very different from Patna as well. But the horror stories that you brought us echoing across India in city after city. What can you do to make a difference on the eve of Gandhi Jayanti? Think about it. From Uma, Maya, Alok and me, it's a wrap.